School District boys and girls, and welcome to a special edition of Reading with the Superintendent. During the month of February and during the month of March, we will come to you to celebrate Black History Month and Women's History Month and highlight and outline those individuals who made significant contributions to society. I will also have a very special guest each evening because I want to capitalize on the children here in Sumter. So tonight we begin our first edition, and I think she is the cutest thing I have seen in a long, long, long time. Hola and buenas tardes.
Hola y buenas tardes.
This is Miss Yuleidy, and she is going to read with me this evening. So why don't you take the opportunity to tell our viewers about yourself? Like, let me ask a question. What does Yuleidy mean?
Yuleidy means in Mexico, sometimes it means that you're kind of unique in your own way.
Well, I think you're unique in your own way, sitting right here, young lady. I do. What's your favorite subject in school?
Well, my favorite subject in school is social studies.
Why social studies?
I like social studies because it tells you about what happened in the past.
Okay, so I think it aligns very nicely because we're talking about those things that have happened in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is yellow.
Yellow? Why yellow?
I like yellow because when it's sunny outside and stuff, the sun reflects on everything, and yellow is just a really cool color that I really like.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
You're never supposed to ask a lady this, but I'm going to ask you, how old are you?
I'm 11.
Well, you seem like you're about 17 with that answer about yellow, but it's a wonderful answer, and I absolutely love it. So I just want to say gracias for reading with me tonight, and I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to read, but before we begin our reading, I just need to make sure everybody's paying attention. So we're going to do this to command their attention. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. And then you're going to respond by saying 1, 2, eyes on you. Or you can count in Spanish and say eyes on me, right? Whichever one you want to do, okay? So let me begin. 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me.
1, 2, todos ojos encima de ella.
Absolutely. Good job. So tonight we're going to read Sisters and Champions, the true story of Venus and Serena Williams. Do you know who they are, Yuleidy?
I don't think so. So we might want to find out.
Absolutely. You are truly unique. You truly are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how well you can catch too. So I'm going to throw this book from where I am to where you are, and let's see if you can catch. So I'll go ahead and read the first page. Are we ready?
Yeah.
No one ever laughed at Richard Williams, at least not to his face. When he told people about Venus and Serena and the special things his 2 daughters would do, they would wait for him to leave, and then they would laugh because he had said the impossible. I wonder, what is impossible? How do you say impossible in Spanish?
Imposible.
Imposible. Okay. Oh, wow. So what if I throw you the book and you teach some words in Spanish? Can you handle that?
Yeah.
I know you can, Miss Unique, so let me see if I can get this book to you. Look at that. You can catch.
The Williams family lived in Captain, a real tough, sometimes scary part of Los Angeles. When Venus and Serena were 4 and 3, Richard bought them tennis rackets, believing tennis treated girls more fairly than other sports. And, if his hunch was correct, that his girls would have an athletic advantage that would change the sport forever.
Wow. So can you teach us some words in Spanish from the passage you just read?
Yes. The means de, a means a, real means de verdad, Let me see. 4 means cuatro and 3 means tres.
Oh. So since you did numbers, can you teach our viewers to count to 10 in Spanish?
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Awesome. And we're going to test them at the end of this reading just to see if they caught that. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. You ready to toss it back?
Yeah.
I like this illustration as well. It's very nice. What do you think?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. Richard didn't know anything about tennis, but it didn't stop him from saying the wildest things. He told everyone his little girls, not one, but both of them, would be champions, and the laughter would start. I wonder why I guess they didn't believe in him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think they didn't believe him.
Yeah. Do you know how to say tennis in Spanish?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
Yeah.
How about laughter?
Reírse.
Oh. It's coming, lady. It's coming.
They laughed because Venus and Serena were black, and black people, they said, weren't supposed to play tennis. They laughed because Venus and Serena weren't rich, and people without money, they said, weren't supposed to dream so big. They laughed because Venus and Serena came from Kempton, and no tennis champions ever came from such a tough neighborhood.
Okay. Okay. Are you going to throw it, let it fly? What are you going to do?
I'll let it fly.
You're going to let it fly? Okay, I guess I have to get the window open to get it. Oh. They laughed because it was hard enough for one person in a family to become world famous, but 2? Do you think that was impossible?
No, I don't think so.
So how do we overcome those challenges? What do you think? What advice would you give?
I would probably give that if you study hard on the thing that you're trying to succeed on, you probably want to try harder and try learning better. So if you don't pay attention, you really won't receive or succeed that goal.
Wow. I think that. Are you sure you're not like 17, 18? With a response like that? Okay. But the sisters' mom and dad said differently. They said the sisters were made of special brown skin and wonderful eyes, of big smiles and bigger hearts, and when it came to tennis, a kind of magic. Just wait, their dad would say. You'll see. So, all right, Yuleidy, here's a learning moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say mom and dad?
You say mom and dad, mamá y papá.
Okay. All right. Good job.
The girls were so different from each other. Venus was quiet, competitive, protective, just like a big sister. Serena was forceful, stubborn, and even more competitive, just like a little sister. Yet these sisters were also best friends.
So, is there a word you can teach us for best friend?
Best friends is mejor amigas.
Oh, good job. We're learning a lot from you today. Yet, not all the talk was friendly. The sisters were different. Their skin was different. Their hair was different. Venus was tall, really tall. And the way the sisters hit the ball so hard like the boys, even harder than the boys, was different. In ways big and small, people reminded them of being different every day. Their father wouldn't let his girls play junior tournaments, even though everyone played junior. He made them focus on school instead. People said Dad was hurting his girls. Dad said he had a plan, that they were a family and families always stick together. So, if I asked you to say different in Spanish, what would it say? How would you say it?
We would say diferente.
So the sisters were
Diferente.
and their skin was
Diferente.
and their hair was
Diferente.
Now what about very tall?
Very tall would be bien.
It's okay.
I think.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, it's okay. Well, what about the word boy?
Boy is niño.
And girl is
Niña.
niña. You hear me say it out loud? I know just a little bit. Not as good as you, but just a little. Just a tad. All right, here it comes. Good catch.
Thanks. Stick together they did. Venus and Serena grew even closer as they outworked the other girls. Every day they would hit 200 balls, then 300, then 500, then 1,000.
Why don't you go ahead and take that next page?
Okay.
I'd love to hear you read.
Each day the sisters would sweat and sweat. Dad painted a sign for them to read that read, "If you fail to prepare properly, you prepare to fail."
Look at the graphics. Can you play tennis?
A little bit.
Just a little? Okay. Maybe one day we'll come together and play tennis. I'll bring my racket, you bring yours.
Yeah.
Okay. No one laughed at the girl's father anymore because his dream was becoming real. Venus was only 14 years old when she turned professional. In her very first tournament, she almost beat one of the top-ranked players in the world. It would take Venus 4 years to win her first professional tournament. A teenager and already a champion. Yet, it wasn't just Venus who became a champion at the very same tournament. How? Venus and Serena played as teammates in double tennis. Serena was only 16 years old when the sisters won as partners. Both sisters wanted to be considered the best in the world. And for that to happen, only one of them could win in the end. One would have to lose. There was no avoiding it. The 1998 Australian Open was the first time they played against each other as professionals. Big sister Venus won. In Rome and Miami the next year, Venus won again and again. Not until Serena turned 18 did she beat Venus for the first time. I think there was a lot of skill and will in there. What do you think, Yuleidy?
Yeah, probably yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look out. You want me to throw it or toss it or let it fly?
However you decide.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be gentle. And slow motion.
Thank you. The girls became young women. Their parents always said they were special, made of magic and big hearts. Soon the sisters dominated the biggest tennis championship in the world, the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. Venus won Wimbledon 5 times and the US Open twice. Serena would win all 4 tournaments in a row, and nicknamed it the Serena Slam. The sisters were so good they seemed to lose only to each other. In February 2002, Venus was ranked number 1 in the world. 6 months later, it was Serena's turn to be number 1. It is the only time in history 2 sisters or brothers were ranked first and second in the world. Another of their father's dream had came true.
So is there something that you dream of that you want to do, Yuleidy?
Well, there is 2 things where one thing I want to do is be a soccer player, and my second one probably might be, I think, volleyball.
Okay. So you like soccer and volleyball?
Yeah,
Are you good?
a little bit.
So what do you want to do to make sure you become competitive and better?
Practice.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. And there's something about school. What are you going to do about school?
Have to keep studying.
Keep studying and making sure you acquire good
grades.
Yes, ma'am. And that starts with going to school each and every day, prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got it. I see it all in you. Still, it hurt so much to play against each other. Neither sister wanted to see the other lose. When they competed for a championship, Mom and Dad could barely watch. I know that's breathtaking.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's breathtaking, but they were there to support both of their daughters. You ready?
Yeah.
Gentle pass.
So Venus and Serena continue to play as doubles team. And if playing one of the sisters was tough, together they were unbeatable. They won all of the major double championships at least twice. They played together for America in the Olympics 4 times, winning 3 gold medals. As partners, they were the best in the world.
You know, you're breezing through this book, and all I can do is smile behind this mask as you read. You make me so proud.
Thank you.
And I wish you could see my teeth, because I can feel them all just projecting through this mask. I'm proud of you, young lady.
Thank you.
Then Venus began feeling weak. Doctors told her she had a disease, one she would have for the rest of her life. It could appear at any time and steal her energy. People began talking again. Is Venus's career over? Then Serena suffered a foot injury and had problems with her lungs. Doctors said she too might not be able to play tennis anymore. She wound up missing a full year and lost her number 1 ranking. People were talking once more. The Williams sisters will never again be champions, they said. So, Yuleidy, what do you do when someone tells you you can't do something?
Well, if someone says I can't do something, well, I try my best of doing what they say I can't. But if I believe in myself, put hard work into it, I know I can do it myself.
Yes, ma'am. Excellent. And you sure you're not like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21?
No.
Okay, but that answer is amazing. Good catch.
Thanks. But as their parents knew, these sisters had magic in them. And the true magic of Venus and Serena Williams is that they never quit. They never stopped working, and they both returned to play tennis. The year Serena returned to tennis, she won the singles tournament at Wimbledon, and the sisters together again won the doubles championship. Serena continued to win and win and win, almost too many trophies to count, more than any women's tennis player in history. And people were talking again. Now they said Serena was one of the greatest athletes, boy or girl, in the history. Maybe the best ever.
Amazing. And I can imagine sometime in the very near future, I'll be sitting here reading with someone that's about your age while you're this magnificent soccer player. Really. The Williams sisters have a new magic now. Other little girls with special brown skin, wonderful eyes, and big smiles want to play tennis. Venus and Serena are still best friends. They will always be family. Sisters who grew into champions. Yuleidy, how do you say champions in Spanish?
Champions is campeones.
Okay. My first job, Venus says, is big sister, and I take that very seriously. So you're big sister, aren't you?
Yes.
Do you take care of your little sisters?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Tennis is just a game, Serena says. Family is forever. The end.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And here in Sumter School District, we are a family. And I appreciate you for reading with me tonight and taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know you're busy. You're busy reading, because the way you just read that book, oh, I wish I could give you a trophy. But what I want to do is give you a virtual hug. Can I give you a virtual hug?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And can I give you a big, big virtual smile behind my mask?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You did an awesome job, Yuleidy.
Thank you.
Awesome. Is there any advice you'd like to give some of your peers and some of our viewers?
Well, I do have some advice that I tell my siblings every single day. That working for something doesn't just come easily. You have to work hard, and you have to succeed in things that you know you're possible of. Because if people tell you that you're not capable of doing things, you don't listen to them. You listen to what your heart says and what you set your mind to. So then you know that that's the thing you're wanting to do in the future life.
I don't know what to say after that. I truly am speechless. You are amazing.
Thank
and
you.
So your name fits you, unique, Yuleidy. So when we get back to a place where I can come and sit with you, we're going to have lunch. How about that?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
And so family is forever, and so are friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so from me to you as my friend, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. And thank you to our viewers. I hope you enjoyed the readings with Dr. Martin-Knox and my unique Yuleidy. And we look forward to seeing you for the other evenings of Reading with the Superintendent. Thank you again, and have a good night. Good night, Yuleidy.
Good night.